Alrighty, how is everybody doing today? We're going to put in a split circuit that shares a neutral for 2 outlets in a kitchen. And I'll be explaining how that's done. Okay, so we'll drill our hole down through the floor here. So you want to clean up your little bit of a mess so that the customer that you're working for is happy. Taking okay, so now we're going to mark our piece of conduit to see how long we're going to cut it. Okay, so we're going to run it even with this other. I'm going to go down into the floor a little bit there. We're going to run it up to about the bottom of this box here. So we're going to cut it about right here. Alrighty, so set this aside out of the way. We'll look for a little mark here. We're going to cut it right here. We're going to cut it nice and straight. And then we'll take our knife and we'll just remove all the little burrs. You want to make sure you do that with the metal, because metal will cut into your conductors. You don't want your wires getting cut into. Okay, so now we'll start putting our boxes in and okay, so we're going to be using a 1/2-inch knockout here. Oh good, it's nice they give you 2 of them in case you need another one. These don't come with the rings on them, so you have to buy the rings separate for them. So you just screw that into the bottom of the box like this. And you just make sure it's tight. Now we're not going to glue this because it's indoors. It doesn't have to be weather tight. And we're going to run it right parallel with the bottom of this box. So it's going to be right there. So we'll get our box screwed into the wall here. Okay, so now we can put our straps on. Now there's a sill right here, so that's why we weren't able to get it flush back against the wall. Sometimes you just have to do things the hard way. If the drill doesn't want to cooperate, you just do it the hard way. Alright, we got all that nice and tight to the wall now. Okay, so I'm going to take a little break here. Got to support our hometown college and our New York team. Okay, so we have the ground, and we have a neutral, and we have a black which is live, which is 120 black to white, and we have a red which is live, which is 120 volts red to white. But between red and black you have 240 volts. So what we're going to do is take this ground wire, we're going to go to our green screw in the back of the box here. And we're going to ground it to the box. And we'll make sure our box is screwed back to the wall nice and tight. And what we'll do next is we will take our ground wire and we will go to our first outlet. We will go around the green screw there. We'll get our white wire, put it in the number 12 hole here, and we'll come down here further, get it in the number 12 hole. And we'll strip our insulation off with a knife. We'll get our loop in the bend in the middle of the wire here. See, I want to get this insulation up so it's even with the other side. See how it's even on both sides here? I'm going to bring it back because it's not quite as even as I want it. Okay, there's nice and even. See how I got the two even there? We're going to go around the silver screw. And we will tighten that up. Alright, so we'll turn this one around. We'll bring our ground over to this side and our white wire over to the other side here. Okay, so we will take and put the black wire on this outlet here. This will give us one whole circuit, one circuit breaker. We always loop the wire the direction that the screw turns. See, I don't like that. The loop's just a little too big, so I'm going to cut this back just a hair. There we go. I pull back on that black wire there and I tighten the screw. I look, make sure that the insulation is not under the screw. So now we can go ahead and do our next outlet. We will take and put our ground wire on the green screw, same as we did on the other one. We're going to bring the white wire over. We'll come down behind the black one here. And that's how you put the white wire around the silver screw. You put it the direction that the screw turns. And we'll turn this over. And we'll come over here and get the red wire. Now this will be the other circuit breaker here. What the? Okay, so we excuse the camera, it fell. I hate it when things like that happen when I'm trying to make something really nice. Okay, and we see how that copper shows underneath the screw head there? We're going to back that off a little bit. I'm going to pull back on the red wire and I'm going to push forward on the outlet when I tighten it. There, I tightened it some. And I'll snug it up. There, it's all nice and good. Okay, this black one is a little bit, insulation is just slightly under the screw, so I'm going to back this off again and I'm going to cut this insulation back just a tiny bit. Always use the strip hole that matches the wire size. Okay, now we have all good connections here. This is the extension ring we put on the box. Okay, so we'll just check our connections one more time for good measure. So here's what we have with it all finished. And as you see, we went to a green screw in the back of the box first before we went to the two outlets. Thanks for watching. Okay, and there's the two circuit breakers, and they are both on opposite legs of the 240.